Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Talks One podcast. You would have seen for the past 2 to 3 days, there has been a lot of news about Trump invading Venezuela and essentially kidnapping both the president and his wife. And as you would have seen through all of my past podcasts, I did mention something about Trump that uh, Trump is a gift that basically doesn't stop giving. So last year it was all about immigration and tariffs and things along those lines. And this year he has started out with basically something that only imperialist powers used to do back in the day. Well, US has had an history wherein they would leverage CIA and other things to topple governments all across the world. And we have already seen how US was involved in Afghanistan and Iraq war, and throughout the tenure of a lot of presidents, they have all done a lot of wars, and most of these were basically driven by the requirement for petroleum. Well, this time around, Trump has actually not at all made any kind of excuses. He just said that he wants to control petroleum, and Venezuela is the largest petroleum producer. So we are basically going ahead and capturing it. Now, they have given some fake excuse that Venezuela is a drug trafficker and even the president was a dictator and this and that, and we are basically freeing the country and things like that. On the other hand, you would see he is actually supporting many dictators in the Middle East and African region as well. So, all we can say, what we are looking at this point of time is that Trump has opened the war gates, and he has demonstrated that he will do what he likes. As you would see, they were also ones who basically striked Iran. They are openly backing Israel to conduct all the raids and things like that. They're also supporting Pakistan, which is using that against India. Meanwhile, Trump is also trying to, on one hand, do partnership with China, and on the other hand, try to bring Russia closer. And it almost seems like that Trump is the most unpredictable person ever. So we all saw the Epstein files and how much hue and cry was happening in the US last year. And lo and behold, as soon as the new year started, he basically fetched out a new plan wherein now all the eyes are on like what exactly US has done and what will be the ramifications across the world. What is interesting to note here is that China was a like all-weather ally of Venezuela. In fact, it had invested close to $100 billion in securing oil, for itself. And I think China was the largest, importer of Venezuelan oil actually. Even China just gave some basic statements and all, but didn't come to rescue or offer any kind of military help and things like that. Similarly, if you see, even Russia didn't say much. I mean, they just gave some statements that this is bad and this should not be done and this and that, but there were no boots on the ground. And so this actually tells you that US is trying to demonstrate its dominance, that it is the only superpower in the world, and especially when it comes to Western Hemisphere, which is the Americas region, whether it is North or South America. US basically dominates it, and there is nobody who can do anything about it. My suspicion is that earlier people used to think that he will keep making suggestions that we should merge these boundaries within America and things like that. Now people will start taking those threats actually pretty seriously, that what Trump is capable of doing. He did talk about Panama Canal, and it is quite possible that even China has a lot of interest in Panama, and they have again invested billions of dollars to secure the Panama Canal in central US. And it is quite possible that again Trump basically takes over Panama Canal. Whether he takes over the entire country, that's not sure, but at least the rights of Panama Canal is something I think he will target next to secure the trade between South and North America. And it's like a Suez Canal, right? It's a very big trade route. The whole country is dependent upon the Panama Canal, the money that they get from it, because it connects both the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. Then I think he did mention about Greenland as well, which is owned by Denmark at this present point of time, and it's quite possible that Trump wants to exert pressure in the Europe, and that's the like the Arctic region, like Arctic region, and it is again rich in mineral resources, and basically you can tackle Russia and the North, European region from there, and that could be something that Trump can eye. So all those things we'll have to wait and watch this year. I think earlier it was only tariff, and there was a lot of mockery about Trump. But then now what he has done, people are also now kind of going to get afraid of like what he's capable of doing, and now it is no longer just a laughing matter. It has become very serious on how independent countries will be run, and he can topple any government either through force or through coercion. So one has to be very careful as to how this 2026 will play out. Next, we also have to see the ramifications, because China itself is expansionist power. It tries to exert pressure on all its neighboring countries. They already own quite a bit in Pakistan, and then they keep pushing borders in Nepal, Bhutan. They are also supporting Bangladesh at this present point of time. So it will create a lot of instability for India as well. So India also has to beef up its armed forces and be ready for any kind of eventualities, because geopolitics again has changed in a very different way from the start of the year. And then you have to also understand that how things are like moving right now. Now tariffs has become a secondary thing. I mean, they are definitely going to be there, and it is going to create a lot of troubles. But now the land grab, the imperialist expansion of powers, especially the US, now is in full swing. So um, this overall, like how China behaves, how Russia behaves, um, we'll have to see, because Russia also never thought about any consequences. They just kind of attacked Ukraine. So this also gives them a clean sheet to do the same experiment in rest of the European countries that are not aligned. Maybe it is Poland, or maybe other kind of Nordic countries and things like that, which are closer to Russia. So that's a possibility. China always eyes Taiwan, so you never know. Maybe China may try to basically take over Taiwan. So I think this 2026 is going to create a lot of instability as we go forward. So technically, we'll have to wait and watch, and I'll also bring all the latest updates that I get. And I wanted to share this, because up until last year Trump was more like a laughing stock, and he used to just play tantrums and all. Now Trump's means business, right? As it is, he has created a lot of difficulty for people to immigrate in the US. And all the people who are already in the US, even on green cards and all, are seeing tougher interviews, and he's basically even going ahead and canceling citizenship of some people. So he's basically churning everything, whether you are in the US, you are ally of US, you are outside of US. I mean, it almost seems like he's a wrecking ball, and it is unbecoming of a president for sure. I think he's also nervous, because now this year he's also going to have midterm elections, and it will be very difficult for him to basically win actually in the midterms, and that is what is causing nervousness to him. And possibly he's trying to secure petroleum and all, so that he can benefit from that. We'll have to see, because as per estimates, even if they take over Venezuela, which may not be as easy, it's not as easy as just removing the president and you have taken over it. So we'll have to wait and watch and see that. So with that in mind, I'll take your off for now, and we'll get back to you with a new podcast. Till then, take care. Have a nice day. If there are any questions, do write to me. Like, share, and subscribe.